G'day team, Adam here from Restore Native Plant Nursery. Today talking about a question I get asked a lot. What's the difference between Mānuka and Kānuka? Well, I've got both my good mates here right next to me. Mānuka over this side, Kānuka over this side, and I'm going to talk to you today about a few differences between the two. Obviously we've got Mānuka here, big boisterous flowers. That's the first thing we notice when we look at them today. And Kānuka here is later flowering. So we're standing here in November in the Waikato, and that's a much bigger flowering plant. Kānuka have these little flowers that come a little bit later in the season. So that's one way you can tell them apart. Big flowers, small flowers. The other one's their growth habit. So Mānuka is a bit bushier, and you can see here we've got a big bush. This one here already, even only a few years old, is starting to grow quite tall. So Kānuka will wind up with a big trunk on it and it'll wind up with a big tall Dr. Seuss tree eventually. Whereas Mānuka is a shrub, it's only going to grow to 5 to 8 meters and it's going to remain relatively shrubby. The other way to distinguish them, we say Mānuka mean, Kānuka kind. I'm getting poked in the back by this Mānuka here, it's a little bit uncomfortable. This Kānuka here, beautiful soft leaves on it. So those are ways you can tell Mānuka and Kānuka apart, but the big question is, where are you going to use them in your revegetation project? Mānuka is an all-rounder. We rely on it a lot because it's just such a hardy plant, grows really well and can kind of go anywhere. Kānuka on the other hand prefers those drier hill slopes. It really dominates in those areas, but also it's going to grow tall and allow other things to establish underneath it because it's not just going to be a shrub all its life like Mānuka. Both of them really important trees in terms of what we're doing with revegetation and planting. Your granddad might have said they're a bit of a pain in the backside when he was farming on those hills back in the day, but what we're doing, these are real key members of that awesome revegetation crew. We grow hundreds of thousands of these a year. If you'd like to plant them on your farm or in your project, give us a call. We've got great options for supply.